Preservation of capital is more important than making money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downsides at the same time. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live broadcast of Futures Education and Training Program. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com's training and education arm. And my name is Mark McSee. I am a training moderator with AmericanDreamTrading.com. And we are here Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time daily. We're glad you could be here with us today. We do provide education through American Dream Trading. It was formed by Chad Christian. We call him Coach, and his main goal is to educate others so that you can learn to and acquire a skill so that you can day trade, uh, swing trade, whatever, get into markets and trade, whether it's stock options, futures, crypto, long-term investing, short-term investing, swing trading, 401ks, whatever, to help give you a skill that nobody can take away from you. We are not a call-out group. We don't tell you to buy XYZ, and we don't tell you to sell XYZ. We train you here at AmericanDreamTrading.com to learn how to make those educated decisions on your own. The problem with call-out groups, number one, by the time they say something, it may have already made its move, or you may get the news late. There may be a delay. And what do you learn by somebody just telling you to buy and sell? Number one, you got to trust that person, right? That they think they know what they're talking about. And, if that person's not around, now what do you do? Now you don't have, if his channel goes down for the day or they quit, what did you learn? Absolutely nothing. So that's our goal at AmericanDreamTrading.com, is to teach you how to do this on your own. Once you develop this skill, it's a skill that nobody can take away from you. If American Dream Trading would cease to exist tomorrow, you would have a skill that you could keep for the rest of your life and nobody can take away from you. Once you learn how to do this, um, then you'll be able to possibly turn that into profits, right? Nothing's guaranteed in the stock market. Is it easy? No. If it was, everybody'd be doing it, right? So, but it's not all that hard either. The basic concepts of trading in the stock markets, whether it's a stock market, futures, crypto, whatever, in the markets in general, once you learn some of the basics and then learn how to put everything that you learn together into one package, you can tend to be more profitable trader. So does that happen overnight? No, it takes a long time. I've been doing this for 2 years. As of last week, full time. This is what I do for a living. This is my full time vocation. I'm a day trader. I'm in and out the same day. I don't buy anything and hold long term. I do have some long term holdings, but I don't actively manage them. And I'm not trading in and out of them every day either. So I just kind of bought them and they're just sitting there growing, hopefully every day, right? I check in on them from time to time. But we want you to be able to learn how to do this. Now, it takes time.
everybody learns at a different pace. I mean, we've had people that's made $1 million, literally $1 million in their first 30 days. Does that happen every day? No, that's kind of a unicorn thing. But we have lots of members that have literally turned a small account into multi millions. Matter of fact, I think we're up to 11 millionaires, I think, in our group right now, multi-millionaires. Um, One would be Nate. You know, he started with $500 account. Now he did add, once he learned what he was doing, he added 25,000 of his own money to it, and now he is well over $11 million on his account in about 2 years. So, and he never traded a day in his life either, but he embraced what Coach teaches us, his basic strategies and principles and rules in trading. Was it easy for him? No, but he learned and he embraced and trusted everything that Coach said. And over time, he was able to take all those things he learned and he developed a skill. And now he does all that on his own. I mean, he's still in our group, still active. Matter of fact, he teaches, helps teach others to what Coach teaches and reinforces it. That's a job of us moderators. Some of us help others out verbally and on our screens and stuff. And others are we have other moderators that are working behind the scene handling, everything that goes on to run a corporation, doing all the behind the scenes work, the unsung heroes, even though we know who they are, and we celebrate them also. So we do have well over 20 moderators that take care of this corporation, and it isn't a corporation. It's been around for over 4 years. He's Coach has been live every day for over 2.5 years. So this is a legitimate business. We're here to stay. But if for some reason this would cease to exist, I could still continue to do what I'm doing. And I'm 100% confident that I can continue making a living. Matter of fact, I have to do this every day. Right now, I do it every day, but I have to trade and be successful at what I'm doing here as a day trader to pay my bills. If not, I'll be living in a van down by the river because the bank's not going to be happy when I don't pay my mortgage. The car company's not going to be happy when I don't make my car payments. Electric company's not going to be happy when I don't pay my electric bill, right? So I do this full time. I love it. It's the best decision I ever made in my life. Was it easy for me? No. It took me a while. I would say really, I mean, I was successful. I've been successful since I started overall. If you look at it from year beginning to year end, I've done well for myself. But it really took me, I can remember it was probably about 10 months when there was like a light bulb that went off that I'm like, you know what? I think I know what I'm doing now, finally. Do I still do dumb things and lose money? Yeah, I do. I lost money today. Now, I made money today. I made a lot of money today, as a matter of fact, last night and this morning. And that's one of the beauties of trading in the futures market. You can trade 23 hours a day. I started trading last night around, I'm going to say it was close to 7 o'clock, I think, and I traded till my wife made me stop, which was about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So, and then I was back up again this morning at 4 a.m. trading again. So I love what I do, and I love doing this. So we do have different membership packages available with American Dream Trading. Number one, you can watch for free, like you are right now. We are live 3 times during the day from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Coach is live himself, the founder and creator of American Dream Trading. He is live on all the social medias, just like we are right now, from 9 to 11. And then I come on from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. And then at 5 o'clock, Dawn comes on. It's a show, we call it the Aftermarket Show. You can find that on YouTube also. Um, Live, it starts at 5 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. Usually runs hour and a half, depending on what kind of discussions. It's just kind of an open forum thing, even though Don usually has a theme that they talk about, but it's another chance for you to ask questions, hang out, talk to other traders. And that's also broadcast live also. So 9 to 11, 2 to 4, and 5 till she gets done with generally 6:30ish Eastern time. Check all those out. I welcome everybody that's here today. Thank you for being here. I see Morpheus and Jazz and Diesel Dan and Belocus over there on uh, TikTok Live. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other people jumped in there too. Thank you for being here. I see Jimster, Ralph, and Freddie, and over there on our YouTube live. So we thank you for that. CBS Frog over there on Twitch. So we are on TikTok. We are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, Instagram, you name it. If it's there, social media we're on. There's some other minor ones that we're on that I don't even have an app for it. We're also on those also. So all your major social media outlets. We do provide this live trading free as an outreach service of AmericanDreamTrading.com. We also have free and paid membership levels. For free, you can go over to AmericanDreamTrading.com right now and scroll down off the landing page. When you get there, that's our website. You can check it out, kick the tires, look to see what all is in there. It shows all our different memberships that we have to offer. But the big thing you want to grab is our free Discord. It is totally free. We've never charged for it, and we never will. So you can go grab that. Now, why should you go grab that? Well, not one thing, it gets you instant access to our stock lounges where you can go in there and hang out and talk to other traders, other paid members, other free members that are in there. It also gets you instant access to some of our training materials, which are like videos and documents. There's a whole bunch of that in there. There's also discounts. I'm using TradingView, which is in front of you right here. There's discounts for Teslas. There's you name it. There's all kinds of discounts that simply free. You can go grab them, and let's say you were getting ready to buy a new Tesla. There's a coach is a big Tesla fan. He has owned Teslas forever, and he still continues to own them. So he has an affiliate link there you can click, and I believe that you can get $1,000 off your new Tesla. So there's all kinds of things in there that you can check out. But the main thing is you can go in there and you can interact with other members for free. And then if you should decide to step up your training in the future, you can also look at our different membership levels. Uh, Speaking of the things that we offer, let me play this. It's about a 5-minute video the coach made. Kind of outlines all our different services and membership levels that we have to offer, including our free. Let me play this for you. It takes about 5 minutes. You can listen here. Gives you a good overview of everything that's on our website, some of the things you can look at while you're there, and all the services that we do provide. So let me play this for you real quick.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center. So any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these. So make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors. So make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded. So all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members. So if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the trading view indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get. You can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos, like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
And there you go. There's a good overview of the services that we provide at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Make sure you get over there right away. Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, grab that free Discord, and you get access to our educational materials and interact with other members, all for free. There's a lot of benefits to being in there. By the way, speaking of our social networks, I appreciate everybody being here on all of our major social networks. If you would click subscribe, like, and share, and also your notification uh, buttons so that you get notified whenever one of these start reminders. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, as those on TikTok know, and anybody that uses TikTok, which seems like about everybody in the entire world uses TikTok, including me, uh, the TikTok ban is fast approaching. Now, the final decision by our government hasn't been decided yet in the courts. That's supposed to be coming out whenever. Actually, the deadline that currently stands is the 19th, which is the day before Election Day. So that's 5 days away. There is a chance that TikTok may cease to operate, which means you will lose your feed to us through TikTok and all your other feeds. Now, I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I like TikTok, and there's a lot of good things on TikTok. Get a lot of information off of TikTok. I also got my cheese grater off of TikTok, right? Get that cheese grater. So there's everybody and their brothers selling cheese graters, right? Uh, but there is a chance, a very good chance. Again, your guess is as good as mine whether it will actually happen. That TikTok may go down. And the minimum that's going to happen is if this doesn't a decision isn't made, you will not be able to download TikTok. You will not be able to get any upgrades, updates. So eventually it would cease to function properly as softwares get updated over time. So I would like you to do is get an alternate method of joining us on a daily basis. If you'll go over to youtube.com and go to our American Dream Trading channel, click subscribe there also. Have another alternate feed. So if you go over to youtube.com right now, click on our channel, American Dream Trading, click subscribe, click notify, like, and all that. That way you'll never miss a feed. Um, and I would highly suggest you do the same thing with anybody else that you follow on your TikTok accounts. Most of them all have alternate accounts, right, on the other social media platforms. So don't wait till it's too late then to go try to find someone. You may have a little bit some issues. So if you go over to American Dream Trading on YouTube.com, subscribe to our channel. That'll give you a backup way of reaching us. One of the benefits of you following us on social media for absolutely free is you can ask a question. If you use your chat box, if you have a question, you can type it in there anytime, and we will do our best to try to answer that live while we're here today. We may even conduct some live trades or talk about some trades that we did today. But first and foremost, we want to answer any questions that you may have, and we'll feel free to discuss them. So make sure the TikTok's a little sleepy today. They're not hitting the hearts over. They're not sending me any very many loves over there, any hearts. Let's get that likes up there. Shoot for 5,000 minimum today. If you'll get on there and click, make sure you share this video. I see a lot of people share. Diesel Dan's sharing on the different networks. Morpheus, thank you for them sharing. Jazz, thanks for the follows. And Jesse and Joe, thanks for joining us. And Buzz Lightyear's here. Oh, that's great. He's here too. So um, I feel like I've arrived. Buzz Lightyear's here. So thank you for everybody coming in now. Again, if you will go to youtube.com, American Dream Trading, subscribe to that so that you have a backup channel in case TikTok ceases to exist either temporarily or permanently. So to avoid any disruptions in service, right? Type of thing. One of the benefits of being a paid member at American Dream Trading is that we have all our training is conducted over our Zoom. We have live Zoom calls. They have live microphones, and we train from 4 a.m. in the morning till 4 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern time. Now, with futures membership, we trade 23 hours a day. So we actually, within our Discord, we have a live chat goes on in there all night long, all day long. As long as somebody's in there trading, they're in there discussing what's going on. Now, they're not in there saying buy XYZ, sell XYZ. We're not allowed to do that. Why aren't we allowed to do that? Well, number one, nobody at AmericanDreamTrading.com, such as and even myself, are not licensed financial advisors. We can never give you investment tax advice, right? So we can't do that. So we're here to educate you. That's what our main goal is. And we try to have some fun along the way also. People come for our training and trading, but they end up staying for our community. We're over 10,000 strong. We're one of the largest in the world in this type of business, in the education, in the stock markets, in the different markets. So we teach on everything. So if you have a question, feel free to type it in the chat box, right? Um, welcome Freddie G and Ralph, Jim's over there. They're having their little conversations. Ralph's telling how much he likes it over here in the futures. Ralph's actually one of our paid members. Our paid members do have access to open mic. I'll have them open their mics and say hi if they would. Some of them are mic shy, but if you guys want to open up your mic, say hello to everybody out there in the social media world.
Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
everybody.
Hey, everybody in social media world.
Yeah, he takes me
And
literally.
yes, I like it better than stocks, Freddie G. You need to come on over, Freddie.
Much better than stocks. Much better.
Right. Now, when they say they like it better, it's a personal preference, right? Each type of investment vehicle, whether it's stock options, crypto, the future, bond markets, right? There's all kinds of different ways you can invest, right? And they each have their advantages and disadvantages. I personally love the futures myself. I'm doing it full time now. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I went in the pre-market and bought a stock or bought a stock option here in the last. Well, I know I haven't bought any at all in January. That much I can tell you, because I'm putting 100% of my focus on the trading within my futures account and growing that account, and I'm doing very well. So I started out with a $700 account, and I've built it up $5 here, $10 there, $15 here, $20 there, $10 there, and I've multiplied that account quite substantially since I started doing this. Now I can make larger trades. Instead of making $10 a trade, now I'm making $100 a trade. Why is that? It's just a matter of math, right? I can buy more contracts. Instead of being able to buy only one contract with my small account that I started with, now I can buy 10, right? Or 20, depending what it is. So it's just as your account grows, you're able to make larger investments over time, which increases exponentially your profits. So instead of making 10, now you may make 20 if you buy an extra contract, right? So the more you buy, of course, the more you make, and also the more you can lose. So we don't want that to happen to you. Will you lose money? Yeah, you will. Every trade's not going to be green. Like I said, I had some bad trades today. Uh, One caught me off guard. It just happened to knife drop. I mean, literally it probably knife dropped for like 5 seconds and stopped me out. Took away my profits. I ended up still profitable, but it took away a lot of my profits that I had. Those things will happen, and that's why we use stops. We never trade without stops when you're in the futures market. Why is that? Number one, you're trading on a margin account. You can have that risk, and if you don't have a stop, you could potentially get your entire account and more wiped out, right? So that's why every time, and this what you see here in front of you is a paper trading account. It's a simulated account. Happens to be through TradingView, which is an independent charting software. But I can also hook my Webull account, which is what I use as my broker is Webull. You can use whatever you want. The majority of I wouldn't even say necessarily majority, but a large percentage of our paid members use Webull. It's free to download. It's just a broker, right? Another large group of traders we have are on TOS, which is what Charles Schwab, I believe, right? So you can use whatever broker you want. You don't have to switch. If you're comfortable with the broker you have and they provide the services that you like and the fees are fine with you, then there's no reason just to change. Alfredo, I see your question. What ticker is this? This is not a stock. This is a futures. It's M2K. It's the Russell 2000. The stock equivalent would be IWM, would be the stock option, the ETF. This is the futures version of the Russell 2000 stock index. So that's what you see here. Why do we have this up? Because we were talking about this earlier. Um, we start training here in the futures at noon, and that's with our live Zoom trading session that starts at noon, from noon, of course, until 4. But members always have access in the futures market to each other through our free Discord. Did I say it was free? How do you get that free Discord? Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and scroll down on the landing page and click on the Discord section, and it only takes a few seconds to sign up for it. So anyway, yeah, we were talking about this. We were talking about one of Coach's trading strategies that he's developed over his 33 years of trading. And trading is the 2-minute EWO. That's what is represented by this section on my chart. These little oscillations here is the EWO, which is short for Elliott Wave Oscillator. But Coach has taken this Elliott Wave Oscillator another step further and has developed the 2-minute EWO strategy. What does this do for you? Well, once you understand it and learn how to do it through training and education and experience, you'll be able to use it to help get in and out of trades, stay in trades longer, get out of a trade maybe when you need to. So between this and this indicator here, that's also part of Coach's 2.0 indicator logarithm. And it's a script, it's a computer code, right? This only works with TradingView, by the way. It won't work with like TOS or the others. This helps us decide when to get in. So I have this line here because this is where we were discussing. This was an entry point whenever the next bar is larger than the first bar during these color changes. The green is, of course, going long up. The reds are shorting or going down. So we make money when it goes up. We can make money when it goes down, right? Unlike your typical stock that you would buy out in the open stock market, you usually only make money if it goes up. unless of course you have a large margin account and you can trade that way. So this was an entry point. So here we would have entered here because our indicators and along our his 2-minute EWO strategy, and along with the indicators, along with the levels that I drew on my chart, this even shows that that is a good entry point. So we entered here. That's all profit all the way down there. That's a boatload of money. And then as it changed, we waited until the second one bar was larger than the first on the green one, which is right here. So then we rode that all the way back up. That's even more money, right? Well, might be about even. But look at all that money. That just by using Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy. The other basic strategy that he covers amongst the other buku bunches of them is scalping. So you have a 2-minute EWO strategy and a scalping strategy. Scalper would get in, would buy in at this candle and get out at that candle, maybe, right? It could be seconds, it could be minutes, it could be hours. The scalping is you're grabbing, you're going to stay in the trade as long as it has the nice steady momentum in the direction that you wanted to buy it in. So in this case, if a scalper, say, would have jumped in here, if I was using scalping, there would be no reason to get out of this trade. So actually, this scalp would have went, half an hour or more, right? But generally, scalping is a very short term. Grab what you can get out, right? Re-enter later if you need to. But with Coach's thing, it just removes the 2-minute EWO strategy, removes some of the decision making whether I should enter a trade or not. So if you follow this strategy, you can see how successful this could be. Now this is on the Russell 2000. I mean, it applies to anything. Applies to oil, right? I can go right here, just pick one at random. Here's where an entry would have been. I would enter here. This would all been profit all the way up. Now this doesn't tell you when to get out. You have to make that decision on your own. And how do I learn to do that? Well, that's one of the things we train you on. So whenever you put all these different things together along with the volume, which is down here at the bottom, the volume bars, because its volume is what moves the stock price up or down, right? Volume is neither good or bad, but you have to have volume to drive a price up or drive a price down. It's the gas that you put in your car, okay? Without volume, it just sits there and doesn't do anything. It just kind of just hangs out. Or it won't hold where it's currently at and it'll fall out. Because when there's no volume, people will get nervous and they'll tend to sell a lot of times. So that plays a big role in the price movement of a stock. But the CWO strategy works with anything. There's nothing it doesn't work with. It works with stocks, works with stock options, it works with crypto, works in the futures, works with oil, works with wheat, works with gold. You name it, it works with. It works with bonds. I don't personally trade bonds, so I can't say that I've ever used it in the bond market. I don't participate in that yet. Someday I may, but presently I don't know anything about it. I am ignorant on the bond market. Now, ignorant and stupid's two different things. You know, the old saying, stupid's forever, ignorant can be fixed. I'm just uneducated in the things in the bond market. So I don't even play in it, don't even have an account to trade it, even though I could if I wanted to. Chart's a chart. Once you learn how to do all these things, you apply those same principles and skills to trading whatever markets you want to be in. So works pretty good. But thanks for that question, Alfredo. One of the things that I do like about the futures market, most of all, it's sort of like the best of both worlds. It's like trading a stock. If the stock goes up, I make $1. If the stock goes down, I lose $1. And once the stock goes back up $1, I make my dollar back. Now, the added benefit over in the futures market is that I can trade down. I can actually short, if you want to think of it as stocks. It's not. This is a contract that you're trading. But if you want to think of it in that terms, I can trade down and make money. What? You can make money when the market's falling? Yes, you can. That's what we did here. We had made money here and we traded it along on the upside. So this would be called shorting the contract, which means as this continues to go down, I'm going to make money. If I'm thinking that it's going to go up and I go long, I'm going to make money as long as it goes up. How do I lose money when I'm shorting? Well, when it goes down and it suddenly pulls back and starts going the other way, that's going to cause you to lose money. How do I lose money on a long position? Well, if I'm saying it's going to go up, I lose money whenever it pulls back. So it's pretty simple there. So, but following Coach's 2.0 indicators, and his strategies. These, when you learn how all this stuff means, it helps you stay in trades longer. Gives you decision points. What should I do? When should I get out? When do I want to get out? What am I looking for my exit entry? Always have an exit plan. As soon as you enter a trade, you better know what your exit plan is, so you're not caught by surprise. That's the Russell. This is oil. I did very well in oil today, as did a lot of our members. You can see, you want these ups and downs. You want this volatility. You want the price to go up. That way you can make money while it's going up. Very rarely does one thing run all the way one direction all day. Generally, you'll have this kind of thing, the roller coaster hill type thing. And then you'll have periods where it consolidates and just kind of flat. It's neither winning or losing money, right? Just kind of, right? So we just get out of that chop and we go trade something else till it starts trading. So that's the beauty of futures. Now, the other thing, the advantage over this, over like stock options, you have the Greeks, what they call the Greeks. What are the Greeks? They're a series of mathematical formulas built into the stock option contract. And what's the advantage of that? Well, the advantage of trading stock options are as the price accelerates and volumes come in, your profits accelerate. What's the disadvantage? When it pulls back, especially on large candles, your losses accelerate. So there's a risk reward kind of thing there. Now with futures, you don't have that. It's just like trading a stock contract, except we're doing futures contracts, which are commodities. But we don't have the Greeks to deal with. So if it goes up a dollar, I make a dollar. If it drops a dollar, I lose a dollar. It's very simple. So it's kind of more closely related to stock trading in that regards. However, you are trading what we call contracts. So that's the difference. It's not a particular stock. Like there's not an Apple's futures contract. Okay. Now, is there contracts futures that involve Apple? Yes. The MES, which is the ES, which is the S&P 500, right? The NQs, the Qs, Apple's all part of these, right? So as Apple goes up and down, it'll affect how these move up and down, right? But you can't buy Apple per se. What are you buying here? This is like the NASDAQ 100. That's your top 100 basically tech stocks. Now, they're not all tech, but the majority of them are. We tend to think of it as a tech stock sector, right? Where the S&P 500 is your top 500 companies. The Dow, you can trade the Dow on here also. That's your top 30 companies. The largest 30 companies in the world are on there. So, and the R2K, or the M2K, however you want to say it, is the Russell 2000. That's your top 2,000 small cap stocks. It's a totally different kind of sector. But they're all a group of companies lumped together and they move accordingly to how that all the company's stocks move, right? So it's very interesting. The indices, what we call them, which is the S&P, the Russell, the Nasdaq, the Dow. Call those the indices, the indexes. Indices is plural, of course. They tend to be more volatile. They can make you a lot of money, but they can also rip your face off too. Again, that's why we use stops. I got my face ripped off on a couple trades on the S&P this morning, but my stops limited my downside, my losses. The stops worked as they was. Price dropped when I was saying it was going to go up, and it dropped actually, pulled back, and tripped my stop. It got me out. I lost money on that trade, but it prevented how much I lost. So that's why I would always use stops. If I hadn't done that, I would have lost a lot more money. So we are concentrated on futures here rather than stocks. Mr. Drip over there in TikTok Live. Silo, he's asking about Silo. That's a stock. I believe that one was actually moving today, if I recall. I don't know. I wasn't in it, but yeah, I'm kind of concentrating on futures here in this one. Liberty Prime. Do you have to go into options tab in futures to trade futures contracts? No, futures is its own market. It will have its own um, settings in your broker. Like on Webull, which is who I use my broker with, and I'll show you that. This is an example. This is what I use to actually trade if I'm going to trade just with Webull. There's a setting up here top right-hand corner will say futures. I can change that, and I can go into my individual accounts, my rollover accounts, right? If I don't have an IRA in there, but if I did, I can access it there. So yes, you have to go up there and change it to so that it's pulling money out of the correct account. Okay. So you're only trading out of that account. So the money that you deposit has to be deposited into a futures account to be able to trade futures. Stocks and stock options would be in an individual account just to trade stocks and options. Bond accounts, you would have a separate for that. Crypto, depending on your broker, they may or may not have a separate one for that. We can trade limited crypto in the futures market. We can trade Bitcoin. We can trade Ethereum. They also have some nanos there, which are even smaller. That's kind of limited on what. So those are the two you can trade at this time. Again, some brokers may let you trade things different than what Webull will, and Webull may let us trade things that you can't trade with your broker. So if you do not have a broker, just do a quick Google search, kind of see what they offer, do a comparison. I like Webull. It's simple. It's very intuitive how to use it, fully customizable, as all brokers are. The Webull has these little widgets that you can create your screen however you want. I can move any of these around, different places. I can change them out. I can add things. I can take things off. I can change colors. So they're all fully customizable. It's just whatever makes you happy, right? And you'll find once you first set it up, you'll end up changing it over time because you'll want to see additional information for whatever reason. So that's Webull. It's free to download. All you got to do is fund it, fund the brokerage account just like you would any other broker. Good. Our Liberty asks, is futures contracts expensive? I thought I heard Coach say futures contracts are cheap. Yes, they're very inexpensive. They are on a 20-to-1 leverage as a general rule. Stock options are at 100-to-1 leverage. Inexpensive is a relative term. Stock options, if trading stocks and trading stock options, you're using settled cash on a daily basis. So if I buy a stock or a stock option, once I use that money to buy that, once I'm done with the trade, then I can't trade that money again until tomorrow, and your account isn't credited tomorrow. Futures, as soon as I exit my trade, that I can retrade that money again instantly. Is it expensive? Well, it's not. They are very inexpensive. It's very inexpensive to do futures. Why do I say that? Yes, it is a margin account. You can only trade what you have in your margin account to buy. Everything has a value. Um, Let me slide this over here. See if this shows up for you. Okay, right here. This is Webull's chart here. Let me show you. This is what now every broker's a little different on their costs, right? But the gist of it's still the same. So what they have, futures are divided basically in two categories. You have your day margin, which is what it would cost you to trade these futures that Webull has to offer during the day. What's that mean? That means from 9 o'clock in the morning to 4:15 Eastern time. After 4:15 Eastern time, so in other words, at 4:16 Eastern time until 9 o'clock the next day, you have to have a maintenance margin, an initial margin in there. So if we look, let's use the S&P. Okay, let me scroll down here. I can buy, here's the micro. I can buy a micro futures contract right here for $96.36 per contract. So if I have a $500 margin account for trading futures, I could buy up to 5 contracts, right? Because that's less than 500. So I would have to have $100 basically, if you want to look at it that way, just rounding it up, to buy one contract, then trade one contract of the S&P 500. Okay. Now, is that what they're going to charge me to trade? No, what they're doing is they're basically debiting your margin account until the point that you exit that trade. And then that $96.36 that they debited against your holdings is instantly recredited back into your account. You don't lose $96 because you purchased one contract. Okay. So it's just kind of like that. You put that money on hold while you're in the trade, and hopefully you're profitable, right? So not only does that return to your account instantly, so does your profits. Or if you had losses, it's subtracted out of there. So I can buy one of those for $96 during the day. Now at night, if I want to trade after that same contract, I have to have $1,606 in my margin account, right? So if I had $1,630 in my account, I could buy one contract of the S&P futures at night and play with it all night long. Again, once it's sold, that 1,600 goes back in your account. So what's the cost? You heard Coach say they are inexpensive. Well, the cost is with Webull, it's $1.45 to buy one contract, and it's $1.45 to sell it. So your actual real cost to purchase one contract of the S&P 500, getting in and getting out, would be $2.90. That's it. That's your real cost. You just have to have money sitting in the account to be able to trade it. Okay. If I want to trade the Russells, they're $58. Again, it's still going to cost me the $2.90 to buy one contract. So that's inexpensive. That's nothing. That's pennies, right? So what each contract, of course, if you buy 5 contracts, that'd be $14.50, right? 290 times 5. So how does that equate to dollars in my pocket? Let's look here. Let's look at the Russell, right? We had this nice all the way down and all the way back up. Actually, I got 2 charts of that open. Here's this one here. All right, so here's where I would have got in. How much money is this worth? For $2.90, if I'd have got in here, okay, at this point, and I would have got out down here at the bottom. Now, does everybody always get out the bottom? Of course not, right? So we'll even cheat it. We'll just say to that line, that is a 194 points, or ticks, I should say. So if I go over here on Webull, they tell me how much is each one of those 194 worth. So I look at the Russell 2000, and I'm on M2K. So for every one of those, which is a tick is a tenth, is worth 50 cents. What did I say? How many ticks that was? I already forgot. See how I am? How many ticks was that? This measuring tool is telling me that. So that was 196 ticks. All right. So 196 times 0.5, that is $98 I would have made from here to there on one contract that cost me $2.90 to buy. So my real cost to make $98 was only $2.90. Do that all day long. Had I bought 5 contracts, of course, that $98 would be $490 profit, right? And it would have cost me $14.50 total cost. That's the cost of getting in there. So yes, it is very inexpensive. It is very nice. Now, if I lose money, I'm still paying that $2.90, right? You're getting charged at $2.90 per contract, no matter what. Okay. Now, again, every broker is a little bit different, so I'm not speaking for all brokers. All I can speak on, and I don't even know what the fees are on the other brokers. All I know is Webull, and that's what their fee is. So if you're not with Webull or you're considering different brokers, some fees can matter sometimes. Uh, do I have to pay that later? No. What they do is it just comes right out of your trade. You don't even see the fee. As soon as you buy in, it's when you for your money there, you're not going to even see it. It's just built into your trade. They automatically subtract that, and Webull puts that money in their pocket at $2.90. Webull could care less whether you make money or lose money. They don't care whether you made $100 or $100,000 on that trade. You're going to get charged $2.90. Just because you made $1,000,000, your cost does not go up. It's a fixed amount. In this case, $2.90 per contract. Where else are you going to take $2.90 and make a 98 out of it? So that's how that works. And then it's instantly credited. Even the profit is instantly credited to your account. Now, if I made that $98, now I can trade not only that $98, but what else, other profits that I had in there. Rinse and repeat all day long, over and over. So that's how that works. So from there to there was $98. I could do the same thing here. Let's look at that. I can do the same thing. Let's say I got out up here. Okay, down here would have been my entry point. That is 259. What's half of 259, right? I was just say 260, right? But that's 130 bucks basically. Just rounding up, of course. Exact math. But from here to there, if I'd have got back in and wrote that up, that'd have been $130 profit on one contract for $2.90. The same price I paid to make 98 was the same price for me to make 130. 130 on 5 contracts would have been $650 profit just by writing this up, following coach's 2.0 indicators, staying in helps you stay in the trade longer, right? Again, you have to decide when to get out. So that would have been $650 if I had 5 contracts, right? And all I had to have in my account, what was it, $58 something? Just say 58. If I had basically a $300 in my account, I could have bought 5 contracts of this, right? That's all they hold against this trade. So for $14.50 real cost for buying the contracts, I'd have made over $500. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me any day. Better than a sharp stick in the eye, right? So that's how that works. That's the beauty of it. Now, is it that easy? Well, in this case, it would have been. That was easy money there. That was easy money. Is it like that all the time? No, no. Believe me, it's not, because you
Hey,
get
hey,
you,
Mark.
you get these kind of things, right? That you got to deal with, right? So yes, it's not quite that easy, but you do get trades that are that easy. Go ahead, Ralph.
I was just gonna, I didn't want to stop you, but to do something funny, I'm listening to you and I'm watching you do it. Like when I first when I first started doing Forex, I almost threw the towel in because I was like, this is just too much math. Like it's too much math to find the equation of how much the values of ticks and everything is
Mm-hmm.
before I found like the tools. But it's good to know how to get to the value with the equation, because if you Google it, how do I find such and such? They're gonna give you the formula and that you'll know, because it's almost like, I won't say that using the tools that they give you on TradingView and stuff like that cripples you, but it's better to know how to do it the way that you do it. You know how you add it up
Yeah.
instead of using
Right.
the measuring tools.
Right.
And I just want to say, don't let that having to add that up, don't let that intimidate you guys, because I'm gonna tell you, I almost quit behind that. I was like, there's no way I can do all this math in order just to take a trade. Like, why do I got to do all this math, you know? And I found out that I didn't, but it made me a better trader knowing how to do it, because it was a while
Yeah.
before I figured out that they had measuring tools and where you can find the tick value at with just a click of a button, you know, because I used to be like Googling it and stuff. It was really hard in the beginning. And from a trader coming from stocks, I can see how they can be like, I ain't about to be doing all that math. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
So just don't get intimidated, guys, whenever it comes to trying to
Right.
figure it out. Like, especially if you trade in one ticker, you're gonna know right off the bat how much the tick value is and how much everything is and how much you will make and where to put the stop at and this, that, and other.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry, Mark. I just had to say
no,
that
no,
because I
that's
was
great.
thinking
That's
about.
great info.
I didn't mean to hijack the
And
show.
besides, you don't need to know. Only reason I'm going to all that math is because I'm showing you after the fact, right?
Mark, you it.
If
Mute it,
I would,
Mark. I can hear you talking, but
oh, okay, there. Did you hear me? Was I muted?
well,
I
no,
wasn't
I didn't.
muted the whole time, was I?
I don't know, but I know you was moving the mouse like you was saying something, but
I don't
we
mute
couldn't hear
myself. How
you.
long have I been muted? I don't know.
Not long.
Oh, okay.
No, just while he was
Mm-mm.
talking. We could hear
Oh,
you the
Yeah,
rest of the time.
okay. I must
yeah,
have.
not long.
I
Don't
must have.
panic.
Oh, all right. It's like I've been talking for 20 minutes.
No,
uh,
we heard all that. Yep.
okay. No, and the reason I was even doing that, and Ralph's got a good point. You don't need to know how to do that. I was doing this to show you after the fact how much that was worth, so that you knew. Well, I was answering your question. But when you're in a trade, you can see what you're making. Your widgets will tell you what your profit or losses are. Now, you shouldn't trade your profit or loss. As a matter of fact, don't even have it up on your screen. Okay, you can look at, like Kenny Rogers says, you don't count your cards while you're sitting at the table, right? You can look and see what your profit was after the fact. If I bought in here and now it's up here, I already know I'm making money, right? Now, if I bought in here and it's down here, I know I'm losing money. That's all you need to know. So you can look and see what your profit is after the fact. You never want to trade your profit. Don't ever worry about how much I'm making. You know where you got in, you know where it's at now. If you're making money, that's all that matters. You can count your money after the dealing's done, right? So
That
that's what
really
that is.
messes
Now
with my psychology.
yeah. So yeah, your widget when you're in the active trade will tell you, okay, how much you're making. So I just did that. That's just a method for showing you from this point to that point with this little. And Ralph just taught me this the other day. How that tool there. I was actually coming up here. What's this line? 23, 30. What's that line? And subtracting. And here all I gotta do is one click and drag it, and it tells me. So good question. Yeah. So that's the power of futures. What other questions do we have today? Again, if you haven't already done so, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Grab that free Discord. You can get in there and ask questions all day, interact with other members live, and you also grab all those benefits that are in there. You can watch our trading
Mark,
videos and
I have a
documents.
question, Mark.
What's your
Would you,
question, Mark?
would you take this would you take this Evo signal right here on M2K?
I would take it right now. Yes, I would, because it broke
That's a
below this here.
that's a good Evo.
So yeah.
At first I
So
was thinking like,
I would
I
short
don't
this rate.
know.
I'm a little late on the shooting, pulling the gun, but it has gone it. Get rid of that stupid
But
thing.
see, it just not broke over the 200 too, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
well,
you was
that's
that
why I'm
late.
waiting. I'm going to wait for a break and hold here. It's telling me
Yeah,
that I should enter here, right? This is my entry point live right here. This is where I should have entered, but I wait. I want to wait because I have the VWAP and the 200 right there. Do I want to buy that? Yeah, I do. It's sitting there right now. I want to wait and see what goes on here. So if I buy, say, 5 contracts, I'm going to short this. I will always have a stop loss. I can go ahead and get in this, but if it pulls, it may pull back here. See how it's kind of hanging out there right now? Let me expand this out.
mhm.
See, I always want to wait. You don't want it whenever it's hanging around VWAP or the 200. You always want to give it a little bit of time. Be patient. You want to see it break and hold either, if I'm going down, I want to see it hold. So I'm going to see what this
Especially those
candle.
two,
Yeah,
VWAP and 200.
exactly.
Damn.
And they're right there on top of each other. How do I know that? How did I learn that? Well, coach taught us. So I'm waiting here to see what's happening with this candle. It looks like it wants to come down, but that doesn't mean that it's going to. So I'm waiting to see here, right? I'm going to see if I get some sort of indication. Okay, I'm going to enter the trade. Now I'm in this trade. All right, so here's my stop. See my stop up here? How can I lose money on this trade? Since I'm shorting it, I am saying this is going to continue down to some point, right? So I can only make money when this goes down. I will lose money if this pops back up. So my stop right here, we'll see, this even tells you how much money I'll lose. This would pop back up here, I'd lose $240, right? So I have, and this is part of the skill of using your stops. Where do you put your stop at? Well, you got to know what you're trading, how it moves, right? See, I'm up 20 some dollars already. So I'm going to move VWAP of this 200 right here, which is where it broke through. If it's going to come back up, it'll probably stop there also. So I'm going to actually do a tighter stop now. I normally wouldn't go this tight, but I'm going to use this because this VWAP and the 200 is a extremely strong indicator. Now, there's nothing that stopped that from shooting back up if people decide they want to start buying. So now you can see I'm up money. So what I will do, once this drops a little bit more, I will slide my stop down on this side of it. Now I can see how I can lock in my profits here, right? But I'm going to give a little bit more breathing room. I'm going to stay up here just a little bit. Worst thing that can happen is I can come up and I break even, right? Well, I could actually lose money if it blows up back through there. So you can see right now, and again, now this is not a real account. This is not my real trading account. I'm showing you this is a simulated account, but it's in real time, right? Using fake money, of course, right? So I have my stop. Always trade with a stop because I don't know. Somebody can come in here and throw a $1 million trade in here and this thing could take off, right? Or they could sell off and this thing will just bottom. See, now I'm getting a little bit more wiggle room here. So now I may, and I probably won't, but I wouldn't in real life. I'm going to give it at least a full candle's difference. Now, if I want to, now I'm guaranteed no matter what happens, I'm going to make $12.50 at worst case. If this shoots back up, I'm going to lose that money. So what I can do as it comes down, I'm not going to stay in this trade all day because number one, it's not real money, but our members are probably in this trade right now as they see this. That is a great indicator. Now we are in power hours, so this is a very volatile time of the day. People will buy and sell and dump things and buy things like crazy. This thing can reverse. So see what I'm doing? Now I'm locking in $40. Now I'm locking in $50. I'm just going to leave it right there, right? I'm guaranteed $50 profit out of 65 that it's at right now. Watch. See, if this pulls back up, it will stop my trade. It'll lock me in at $50. So I use my stop to limit losing money. Now I am using my stop to lock in my profits. Now I would, in real life, I would give this a lot more room. I would let it stay up here for a while, right? To give it more room because you get a lot of this up and down, pivot, moving around. I just kind of want to put this here um, right there so you can see if this does pull back up, you'll see this disappears, and I'm guaranteed to make $52.50 that fast. So if this moves, bounces around, it may very well go down. Why do I think this might go up? There was a buyer's candle. It was pushing up. Well, here it is, broke. So now as this candle comes down, if it continues, I will decide at some point to lock in more. Can I follow that all the way down? Yes, I can if that's how I want to play it. But I want to give it room to breathe too, because this thing could come clear down here. What I'm worried about, right, not worried, but my concern right now is my line that I have drawn here. This could be a potential strong bounce point. See how these other ones kind of bebopped off that line coming up and down? So that might be a place where this one may bounce. It's a decision point. And we're doing this in live, real time here. Okay. So I could, if I really wanted to,
Right now is when you start feeling real comfortable.
yeah, yeah, I can leave my stop and let this go, or I can go ahead and just keep sliding this down. So now I'm guaranteed 80. Now in real life, for me personally, I wouldn't have it this tight because I want to give it room to breathe. I usually keep it a minimum of a one full candle up. Do I have a potential to lose profits? Yeah, but I'm still ahead. Green's green, right? Makes a difference
All
if I
right,
come out with $50 or $60, right?
we're approaching the level.
Yep, I'm
Let's see what
getting.
happens.
It may not even actually touch this level. It'll come down here. People know that. All the other traders know this is a level. They can see the same thing I am. I'm not seeing anything different. A million other people ain't seeing, right? So I'm going to be more concerned as it approaches. So I'm going to tighten my stop a little bit. Now again, I wouldn't do this. I'm guaranteed $85. I'm going to just leave it there. My main point is to show you that if this retracts, it's going to lock in my profits. This will disappear, and I'll make $85 guaranteed in a matter of minutes on this trade. This is how that works. It's guaranteeing my profits. It also, there it goes. Well, almost. Didn't quite, it's right there. Yep, see that? Boom, it's gone. I just made $85 in a matter of a couple minutes. Is your job going to pay you $85 in a couple minutes? Now, what did I have to have in my margin account to trade that? Well, let me show you what Webull has here. This is the Russell, okay? So if I go over on this chart, let me switch my screens here for you, flip screens. Here's the website that shows you what all these things cost, the margin rates that I have to have in my account. It's not my real cost, it's just what I have to have. I have to have $58.52 in my account to buy it. Now, see, let me, not to distract you, let me go back to this screen. Because I moved my stop so tight, look what happened. It retracted, but now look, see, it's continuing back down, but that's okay. I don't have any FOMO. I'm past them days. So I have to have back to my other screen. See, this is why I don't trade my real
So
money.
even with one contract, you still would have made at least. You still would have made what? Probably about what 85 divided by five. How many
Right.
contracts you had? First
I
of
had
all,
five.
five.
I had five.
All right.
I would
Yeah,
have
that
made
was a pretty good position.
$17 with one
Yeah,
contract.
that, that's still better than a government job. It's more than I made in the army for hours worth of work.
Yeah. So coming back to my screen over here, let's see, where was it at? Here, I moved around here. Da, 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 up here we go. So it costs me, I have to have $58 and $58 and 52 cents in my margin account to buy one. And I had to have, and I bought five. So I had to have $292.60 in my account just sitting there. That's all it does, sits there, right? So for under $300 I made to have sitting in my account, right? I made, what did I say I made? 85 bucks. It only cost me $14, right? To do that. So that is the power of futures, my friends. Now, again, like I told you, I would have had a wider stop, but I just did that to show you. Again, it's not real money. I didn't really make real money. This is not my real count because I'm not going to risk my real count while I'm talking to you because I'm looking at different screens. So I had my stop down here just to show you. Now see here it is actually retracting. So that would have stopped me out right there at that point. Did it make it all the way down here? No, because people decided that they wanted to buy in. But I would have had my stop up here higher, and then as it got down here, I gave up a little bit of profit from here down to here that I could have
So Mark, that's
maximized.
exactly what you was mentioning earlier about how they see a level or wall, and people start trading, making trades before the wall. Like you see how that came down before that line that you got
Mm-hmm.
drawn, and
Yep.
it got right to it and turned around. Like it don't look like it came that close, but you can see the wicks almost touched it.
Correct.
Like the wicks, the candles came all the way down to the line in reverse. That's the importance of them lines.
All right. This. All right. So got that out of the road. Um, but yeah, we do use Weeble. I see somebody said, what are we using? Is this Weeble? What you see on my screen right now is actually Trading View. Okay. This is the Trading View setup. Um, Now, I actually do a hybrid thing. I'll use my trading view to do my charting on and conducting my trades, but I use my L2 and different widgets I actually have here split on my screen, what you see on the left side here. Okay. So these are actually, these are Weeble's widgets that I can detach and put on my screen. I slid this over a little bit here and I do all my trading here. So or I'll just trade on my Weeble. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. But I'm going this way because it's so easy. I just go in here, bang, right? Now I could trade this back up. Would I jump in this trade back up? No. Well, one thing, my indicator is telling me this is in a downward trend now, right? Plus, I have to break through these to back to the upside. You see how I waited here to get down, get money, all that money there. So those are a lot of things. And now, do I think of those decisions while I'm in a trade? Do I some of it just just do it on autopilot because we've been trained to do it. But I actually, if you'd ever sit here in down in my basement with me, in my office here, you would hear me talking to myself. I'm like, wait for it to break through here. Wait, let me wait. Patience, patience. I literally do talk out loud to myself sometimes. I always have conversations going on my inside my head, along with the other people that live inside my head. There's always conversations going on in my head, but I actually do self-talk my way through trades. If you just sit there and blankly stare at a screen with not actively participating in the trade, it's not going to work well for you. This is not a spectator sport. You have to be actively involved. I mean, let's face it, you're using real money, right? So you want to be actively involved, talking yourself through a trade all the time. So Alfredo asks, where's Ange? She's still here. She's still one of our moderators. Quite frankly, she just didn't like being in front of the camera, and so she's still helping out with the future. She's also helping out with our. She's still a moderator, full-time moderator, right? Plus, she's trading her accounts, and she's got her personal life, but she's also helping doing a lot of the work behind the scenes that our members don't even see but are going on. So yes, she's a valuable resource for American Dream Trading. She's still here. She's still actively participating. Hang on 1 minute. Let's see. I need to send a quick text here.
Mark,
Yes, sir. Question.
can you show how to detach that L2 from Weeble? Because I don't have that option on mine. Looks like you're on
Oh,
Mac though, so it might be different.
well, no, it's not any different. So, anyhow, of course, I got all this stuff in the road, so this is not going to overlay well, but you guys, well, you'll be able to see it. So I have a widget. There's a whole list of widgets you can get. All right. So let's just say I want to put a new L2 here. Okay, so I click that, pops the L2, right? On this hamburger menu here, all you gotta do is click that, scroll down, and detach order. Now I can take this and move it to any other screen I want to. And again, I have 5 screens here. So if I want to move it from one screen to the other, that's why you'd want to detach it, right? That's what you're trying to do also, is that correct? Hello? Are we losing? Matt? Is that Matt Tech? Your mic is muted. Hello? Did we lose him? Am I still here? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you still here. I don't
Oh,
know. Matt Tech must just be still muted. That he trying to unmute. He getting
oh,
it.
All right, here we are. I don't know what the
there
heck
we go.
happened.
So
No, that
anyway,
option is not on my that option is not in my Weeble, so it must be a Mac thing. Definitely not on mine.
no, it's not a Mac thing. It's a regular thing. But are you on? Well, I'm on paper trading. Do you have? Are you on the right doodads up here? I think I don't. Is it paper trading you're trying to do it on?
Yes,
Maybe it's limited on paper trading. I think now that you mention it. Did you get approved for your regular account? Even
yes.
though switch to go to your custom and actually load up a. You don't have to have it funded to do it, but go to the your real account, futures account, not paper trading, and I think you'll find it'll let you do that. Let me know if it's not the case. Yeah, it's just hamburger menu. It'll say, remove or detach. So go into your real live account and see if that lets you. I think it might. Now that you mention it, that might be a limitation on the.
Yeah, it
Um,
looks like it is. I
there
guess
you
you
go.
can't detach in paper. That makes no sense, but okie dokie.
Right.
Figured it
Well,
out.
yeah, they're always improving their work, so they'll get it eventually. Don't. Anyhow, there we go. Learn something new every day. I learn something new every day. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I still learn something new every day. I learn it from Coach. I learn it from other moderators. I learn it from other members. I learn it from you guys out there, believe it or not, in the social media world that are watching for free. Patience for Pennies asks over on our YouTube.com live chat channel, how do I figure out what the tick is for any given future? Well, the easy, simplified way would be to let me share my if you're in like the Weeble, in your trading widget, it will tell you whenever you click on something, right? It'll show you here tick value. See it over here? It'll say 0.0001, right? If I'm on the Russell, it'll say my tick value is 0.1. Okay. Now, what it doesn't tell you is how much each tick is worth, at least not in this Weeble widget. Now, you can go over into your quotes widget, and you can click there, and it'll tell you what the value is when you go down here on this, and then check it, and it'll take you there. Now, the other thing you can do, and is what I do, especially when I first started, because there's so many different things you can trade, is that I actually went to pull it back up here. You can number one go to our free Discord at AmericanDreamTrading.com, even though I know you already have it. And there is an education section there solely devoted to futures training. And you can go in there, and these things, what I'm about to show you, will be in there. I just closed this by accident. All right, so you have your Webull has one page. Now this is our broker. Any broker can be the same. You'll find the same information on their site, I would assume, or something similar. It'll show you what there's this one. They have a margin page. Okay, it shows you all the margins and when it's through. They also have a different page, and I don't know why they can't put it on the same all on one chart, but and go here, go to the Webull site, go here in the section, scroll down here under trading investing, go to the futures section. And I can scroll down here, and then it'll show you, it breaks it down by sectors: stock index, crypto, energy, metals, currency, interest rates, and that, and so forth, currency. So I would come down here to the Russell, it would tell me for every tick is a tenth. So for every point, or a dollar, if you want to think of it that way, there is 10 ticks. Each tick is worth 50 cents. Okay. So I would make $5 every time it goes up a dollar, right? Or right? So every tenth of a point that goes up, you make 50 cents. Okay, and that's your tick value. That's how they come up with that number. Everyone's different. Like the Nasdaq, it actually goes in quarter cents, quarter dollar, quarter points, and theirs is worth 0.5. The S&P 500 goes in quarter points, but theirs is worth $1.25 for each one it goes up. They're all different. They all have different values. Um, some of them even 0.002 or 0.005, 0.0125. So they all have their own currencies, even paid to the fourth point. 0.0001 is one tick. So in the currencies, every time it goes up, that one goes from 1 to 0.0002, you make $1. So you can make some big bucks in currency. Now, of course, they don't move. They're not moving $2 a day, right? They're moving literal fractions of pennies, but they still pay very well. So that's how you find that. Cryptos, right? You can have for every $5 that Bitcoin goes up, you make 50 cents profit. Okay, so that's in the futures contract. So that's how you find that. And that information also available for free and within our Discord under the futures education area that is accessible. Basically, they're kind of like screenshots of these or charts. Now, what I did was I started out with this, whatever it was. I have my list here. There's maybe 10, 15 of them on there that I thought I might like to trade initially. And I actually just made myself an Excel spreadsheet, what I did. And just had that way, and I had it laid in front of me so I would know. After a while, you'll start to, it's like anything else, you'll remember kind of what they are. But then what you also find is you really don't care. If you're trading the trade and not trading your profit and losses, if you concentrate on what these candles are doing, where are my levels? Where are my indicators? I already know I bought here, right? So if I bought over here, just using this one because it's a nice upward. Let's say I bought right there on this candle. Well, once this goes up, I already know I'm making money, right? Does it matter how much money? No, it doesn't. What you need to do is manage the trade and develop an exit plan. This one went up like crazy, right? Doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen regularly. So as long as I know where I got in, if it's above that where I got in, you don't need to know what you're making at that time. You're going to make a fixed amount, right? It's in the contract. You're going to make what it says you're going to make, but there's no reason to even worry about how much money that you're putting in your bank account right now until you get out of the trade, right? You don't count your money when you're sitting at the table. Count it after the dealing's done. Yes, that's a Kenny Rogers song, The Gambler, right? It applies to day trading also. So don't be counting your chickens before they hatch, da 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 da, all those kind of little sayings. So trade to trade, concentrate on what you're doing and only concentrate on that. You can look at what you made after the fact. If you start looking at how much money you made, I'm up $100. Oh, I just lost $25. You freak out because you lost $25 in 1 second instead of just waiting 5 more seconds and then it continued to go up, right? So that's why you don't look at what kind of money you're making. Now I showed it to you over here for illustration's sake, but when I'm trading here, see, I'll show you here. I'm gonna put an order in, fake order, of course. So here's my profit and loss. Here's my stop loss. Here's my order once it fills. It hasn't filled yet. So I bought it at limit. I don't know why. Um, now it's filled. So I can actually take this off. Remember how I showed you it was counting down the money, showing you what was on here. I can actually go into any of my settings, and all your brokers will do that. I can actually uncheck that so that it doesn't show that. This is how I trade in real life. I don't want to know what I'm making because I did trade my profit or loss and was affecting my trading. Okay. So now all I know is I have 5 contracts. and I'm shorting it because it says -5. This is my stop loss. All I'm doing is managing the trade. I want this to go down, which I wouldn't enter this trade anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But it is happening. I got lucky. It's going down a little bit. I don't care how much money I made, right? I mean, that sounds kind of strange to say that. All I need to know is if I'm making money. So I got in right here. You can see it's a very faint line. I'll actually draw a colored line on here for you just so you can see it maybe better. It's not a real bold line. So, wrong button. Wrong button. So this is where I got in, and I'm gonna make this a dash line. Okay. This is where I bought in at. As long as this indicator over here shows where I bought in. So if this long as this is down here, I know I'm making money. If it's above that line, I'm losing money. Like right now, I'm losing money. Okay, well, I'm going to give it room to breathe. I have a stop loss set here. I'm willing to lose this much money in this trade. Do I want to lose that much money? Well, no, I don't want to lose any money, but I'm giving this room to breathe. Now, this may continue to go up. If it does, it'll stop me out, but it also may just as easily be a temporary uprise and it may pull back. Well, right now, it's not looking too good for this trade. I'm going to get stopped out for a loss. Bang, see how that worked? That limited my losses because I made a poor decision. And I told you I wouldn't enter that because right where the indicators were at. Now I can quickly go the other way, right? I can jump in here and buy, right? Bang. See how fast that goes in there? I'm buying 5 longs now. So where did I get in at? I got in right here. We'll just say as long as I get above this line, I'm in the profit. Right? It's slightly below it, but so now I'm making money. How much money am I making? I don't know. Don't care. I'm managing my trade. I want to watch what's going on here. I want to maybe develop an exit plan or an area of concern. Okay. I can see right here, see how these candles kind of pulled back. So I might even want to throw an extra line in there, right? Got it. Wrong button. Put that back up there. There we go. I might want to pop a line right there just as an indicator. I'm going to watch when this, if this does get back up there, if it manages to break through, I'm going to be a little cautious here, and my next area of concern is going to be right here. So as it gets to those, I may slide my stop up and start locking in profit again. See how that works? So, Jambone asks, how does paper trading working if your data is delayed 10 minutes? The data, if you don't have live data, it will fill your order at the real price, but you won't. Of course, you won't be able to see it, but your candles will be 10 minutes behind, at least with Webull and TradingView. It's just a frustrating way of doing it. So you should always get at least the least expensive data package so that you can have a more realistic trade. Can you? Does it matter at first? Honestly, it doesn't, because the whole purpose of simulated training is to get you familiar how the software works. It doesn't matter whether you make $1 or lose $1. The idea is to get in there. How do I open a trade? How do I get out of a trade? That's what you're there for, learning the mechanics and watching your chart, putting all this stuff together. You know, what's the story telling me? Being able to recognize it, getting that is getting your brain to think a different way than what you're normally used to. So that's the purpose of paper trading or a simulated account, and all your brokers offer it. So TradingView has it, Webull has it, they all do. It's a lot better, a lot more fun with real data, right? Have everything so it looks like it's a real trade, like I have here. I'm paper trading with live data, so this is the actual price and all that jazz. So it filled it to the actual price. If not, what would happen is here's what you get. And I paper traded without live data before. I would see how that stopped me out. Um, you know, it may fill me up here, clear up here. It'll show me my orders got filled up here, but the candles clear down here because they're 10 minutes behind. So it gets kind of confusing. But again, you're learning how to get in and out of trades. It is better to have the live data package, which your brokers charge extra. It's a separate charge usually. Um, it's $2.99 a month for regular stocks and options. Data packages with Webull. Um, For trading futures, however, that it goes to the CME group. We don't have any control over that, neither does Webull. It's $11 a month for the L1. It's basically $40 a month for the L2, which is what you see over here. and they each have their advantages and disadvantages. Uh, Kendry, I appreciate your question. Well, we're not here to talk about meme coins. It's not the channel for that. This is a futures training and education um, focused feed. But thank you anyway for asking. Uh, we're not here to push these meme coins and all that. We do trade Bitcoin and we do trade Ethereum in the futures market, as that's what Webull allows us to trade. Other brokers may allow you to trade other coins. Webull does not. You have to go with more of a crypto centric type broker for those kind of things. But thanks for asking. So, what other questions you have? We're getting down to the last full half hour of the day. Um, Again, we are live 3 times a day. Coach is live himself from 9 to 11 on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. I'm live from 2 to 4 p.m. daily with the futures. And Dawn is our aftermarket personality. She has the aftermarket show at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It usually runs an hour, hour and a half, or whatever. They've gone multiple hours, 3 hours before. They sometimes get into a subject, really no limit other than the length of the day, right? And that's very interesting. She usually has a theme that she teaches on, or it can be just general stock talk and stuff. So check that out also. It's very entertaining. Sometimes they just get in there and giggle. So, but it's a good show. She usually has a theme though. So, what other questions do we have today? By the way, if you haven't already, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, grab that free Discord. Also, remember TikTokers, TikTok kitties, whatever you want to say, everybody there on TikTok, there is a chance that TikTok could cease being a viable method of broadcasting. So you only have about 5 days left until, well, who knows when the court decision is going to come out, but they have basically 5 days from the deadline, the day before Inauguration Day, for the next change of power in our presidency. Um, you could lose your Facebook or your TikTok feeds, everything. So you need to go grab an alternate method of connecting with us. So please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It's youtube.com, of course. Our channel's American Dream Trading. Go over there and subscribe to us. That way you'll have 2 ways of reaching us, right? Not that you're going to watch us both at the same time, but for those of you who like TikTok and want to keep it, if something happens to it, you'll be able to access us through our YouTube channel. I mean, we're on all the social medias as far as that goes. But YouTube, and while you're at our YouTube channel, once you subscribe, you get access to, there's over 2,000 videos in there that you can watch, training videos for free. Totally free. So is our Discord, totally free. What's stopping you from getting free? Anything? Why don't you like free? Why don't people sign up for free stuff? Because they always think there's a catch, right? That's why. That's why. I can assure you there's no catch. You can come and go as you please in our Discord. Nobody will DM you. Matter of fact, our members aren't even allowed to DM each other. You heard Ralph earlier and Matt and all those other members in our group talking. I'm not allowed to DM. I've been talking to Matt Matt for a long time also, but Ralph for 2 years, right? And I'm not allowed to DM Ralph, and I'm a moderator. I'm not allowed to DM Ralph. That's
Right.
forbidden. That's forbidden against our rules. I would get literally, a repeat offender, I would literally get kicked out of the group if I didn't heed coach's warning. So we take it seriously. Now, why do we not allow DMing within our group? Because there's too many scammers out there, right? Anybody can copy my profile and pop into the Discord and say, "Hey, I'm Mark McSee. You want me to trade your crypto for you?" And people will fall for that. They'll do it. They'll copy Coach's profile. His is really copied a lot. You'll find 5,000 coaches on TikTok, and they're all but one of them is fake. So you always want to get the ones that's certified. Usually you can tell by the name, by the way the names are. They'll put a number or they misspell something on purpose. But we never DM you. If you receive a DM for anybody claiming to be either me or Coach or any other moderator or a member with American Dream Trading, I will give you 100% assurance it is a scammer. Just block them. We actually have a place where you can report scammers if you take a screenshot of them. You can report it there, and then we can take steps to kind of stop that. Is TikTok very cooperative at helping take care of that? No, not really. Most social media groups aren't. Number one, it happens a bazillion times a minute, so it's not like they have a resource to police it. So it's a problem on social media. I mean, it always has been, it always will be. So that's why we forbid DMing. We do all our conversations, all our talking, all our contacting each other. We do that in our free Discord. We have stock lounges in there where you can type in just like you would here in TikTok or YouTube. That's how we communicate with each other. Hey, Ralph, how's it going, buddy? How's your trades going? Whatever, right? We even have a fun house in there. You can go in there and just people post memes and talk about their dogs and their sports and their families and all kinds of things. So just call it a fun house. Just kind of, I mean, there's rules obviously, but you put pretty much anything in there within reason. Yes, we do have a rules. All our rules pretty much you learned in kindergarten. So if you could follow those things you learned in kindergarten, you can be part of our Discord. So go over to AmericanDreamTrading.com, grab that Discord, check around, kick the tires, see what's all in there. You can review our membership packages, ask questions 24 hours a day. Matter of fact, I challenge you to grab our free Discord and go into the lounge and type a question at 3 a.m. in the morning, see if somebody answers it. I assure you somebody will in due time. Not next day, not tomorrow, right? Not 6 hours from now. Somebody will answer that really quick. We also have a help desk support system also that you can privately fill one of them out. And we have a few moderators that are dedicated to doing those type of things behind the scenes. Not every moderator has access to those. So if you have something you want to discuss private or billing or questions about memberships, how do I find this or find that, you can even ask it in a help desk ticket if you don't want to ask it publicly. So pretty good deal for free. And we're not going to contact you. We're not going to we're not here to upsell you anything. You know, you're not going to get in there. If you join now, the next 30 minutes, we'll throw in this and that. No, we don't do none of that, right? We're a bona fide business, been in business for over 4 years. Coach has been live every single day for over 2.5 years. So if you've been around on TikTok at all, you've seen Coach. Matter of fact, that's how most of our members come through TikTok. Another reason we don't want to see it go, right? It's a very valuable resource. Whether you like TikTok or not, actually people's livelihoods depend on TikTok, right? So I hope it doesn't go away myself. Matter of fact, I like wasting time on TikTok, sitting there watching things. Better than watching stupid cat videos, even though I watch cat videos on YouTube. Best thing was I ordered a cheese grater. I bet everybody that's in here right now is going to order one of them cheese graters. They must be selling them like crazy because everybody and their brother's selling them, right? So get over there to YouTube, sign up for our Good American Dream Trading channel over on YouTube so that you're protected in case something TikTok does get shut down, either temporarily or permanently in the United States. That only applies to the United States, by the way. Look at this trade here. See, it broke through this indicator. Why didn't somebody tell me this was going on, Ralph? Well, I can't even count on Ralph,
I was
man.
waiting to tell you, but then
Oh,
I was kind
Ralph,
of
you know,
like,
call us and
I,
work better, man.
you
Come
know,
on,
that's why you
Ralph.
don't cherry pick them. I ain't think it was gonna
Uh,
go. I was like,
it
if
broke
I
through,
call
right?
out this shade, they're gonna be like, they're gonna roast me in the comments. So you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, he don't know how to trade. That thing wasn't going to the moon. So I was kind of nervous. I had to wait till it get past the support
Oh,
and resistance line.
okay. It's just like I would. There you go. Way to
I
talk
had to be
yourself out of
patient.
that. Way to talk yourself out of that hole you dug yourself into. No, I would have done the same thing, even though it says to get in. I want to wait till it breaks my line on my chart, which is only, we're talking little pennies, right? So now I'm in this trade, right? Well, I got this extra thing on here. Clicked it twice. So anyway, that's how that works. So now I can, if I want to lock in my profits, I can go up here and bang. See how that stopped me out? So now I'm not in this trade anymore. That quick. If I wanted to grab profits right after it shot up, And I've done that plenty of times. You get a big candle, I'll go ahead and slide my stop up there sometimes, snag whatever's there. That's what you call scalping. That trade was only there for a few seconds, right? So, I can turn around, one click of a button, decide I'm going to short it, click another button, and I can go in and buy it, right? So if I wanted to jump in this trade, which I wouldn't now because I want to see this break through this little line here, but if I don't want to wait, if I'm impatient, boom, it's that quick to get in a trade. How much is this trade going to cost me? Well, we already discussed it. $2.90 per contract. I have 5. That's $14.50. Now I'm going to get charged that whether I make money or not, right? But as you saw in our other examples, right, you'd have made hundreds of dollars for basically peanuts, right? So anyhow, that's how that works. How many people in here signed up for our free Discord today? If you did, say so, and I'll trust you, right? I'll trust somebody on the internet if you signed up today. So you see my stop loss, I have this down here, right? So if this pulls back, it's going to stop me out. Now I may actually want my stop loss down here a little bit further right here below the 9 because it may bounce. Number one, it already closed out. That's one of the things about paper trading. It takes a few seconds actually for your things to disappear. So I actually lost money on that trade. Just didn't show it for a few seconds. All right, Jessica. Thank you for that sign being on our Discord. Jordan, nice seeing you. Charlie Tuna's here. Nice to have you back, Charlie Tuna. I believe I've seen you here before. There you go. Yes, Liberty Prime, you are correct. Thank you for that kind words there. That our YouTube is a treasure trove of free information. All the videos we have over there, there's over 2,000 of them on there, I believe, currently that you can go there and watch for free. Just go over there, youtube.com, American Dream Trading, click subscribe, and you can start watching. There's not a bunch of fluff in there either. These are actual. There's not about look at me, I made $1 million by being a member of American Dream Trading, right? There's none of that garbage over there. Here's a picture of me and my Ferrari that I bought by being with AmericanDreamTrading.com. You too can have a Ferrari if you join AmericanDreamTrading.com. No, we don't make any of that kind of garbage either, right? We're not here to impress you with things, right? We have members that are successful.
Information.
Yes, it's all training. Now, was there stuff like that in there? We had some things in there about people posting profits, but we've taken, I think, you may find one old one on there here or there, but we've got all that stuff on. It's purely educational. There's shorts, there's long form videos. They are the reason I suggest you go to YouTube to do it is YouTube has a better organizational system, right? We can group things together, all our videos. Now, this is pulling back. Would I enter this trade? No, I wouldn't. Why wouldn't I? Because I'm jammed up here against these indicators. So it's either going to bounce and go back up, or I'm going to wait for this to break through. Not only these, I'm going to wait for it to break through down here. So if this would happen to pull back and come down to here, then I might grab it. Or if this
Plus,
breaks
it's a
back
particular
through,
time of day.
yes.
What time of day is it, Mark?
It's power hour time of day. We only have 20 minutes left in the day. So this thing could go crazy. And if you're prepared and you're an experienced trader, by the way, unless you have experience, you should never trade in the power hour. It's one of the most volatile times of the day. First few minutes of the day at 9:30 when the market opens, and the last 10, 15 minutes of the day when the market closes. Can rip your face off, wreck your account in a hurry. Okay. So this is with the Russell. I don't know what anything else is going on. You can see the S&P pulled. It's kind of flat hanging out down there. The Qs, which would be the NASDAQ, it followed the exact same path as. Look at that money. Where were you guys at when all this stuff was going on at 2 o'clock, 10 to 3? Look at that. Look at all that money we missed. Oh, Lordy. That's real money there, too. That's a boatload of money.
We was being educated. Education is first.
Yes,
It's
it
more
is.
important.
You have to learn how to do this. Yeah, and not have FOMO. That is
We would have been in the trade and we wouldn't have knew what to do.
Man, that L2 is crazy looking. What's up, people?
Listen to that. Speaking of our aftermarket show and Dawn, look who's in here. Dawn.
Hey.
Dawn.
Hey, Dawn. How's it going? Say hi to the
Hey, Dawn.
peeps.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
Hey, girl.
What's up, girl?
What is happening? That L2 is crazy looking.
Oh yeah.
Dawn, you came to see what Lean Hogs is doing today? Mark, could you
Welcome to
put up
future.
Lean Hogs for Dawn? She was asking me about it in the Discord a couple of days ago. I told her it's been going crazy. She didn't believe me.
What?
I ain't gonna pull
Lean
her off you.
Hogs.
I ain't gonna pull her off you, Ralph.
What the
She
hell
was
is that?
she want to trade
Lean hog,
pork belly.
pork bellies.
Oh, crazy. Ralph is just asking for it. That's all.
Yeah. Hey Don, while you're here, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your show? Let people know what the aftermarket's all about.
Don't they know?
Well, I talk about it. I invite them every day, but I don't know how many of them have managed to show up. So since you're
Oh,
here, you
you're a
might as well
sweetheart
talk
for
about it.
doing that.
Oh,
Mark, you're
I
a
know I
sweetheart.
am. I know I am. But go ahead. Enough about me. Let's hear about you.
Tonight we're gonna focus on VWAP and how traders use it in trading. Just doing a little housekeeping and talking to the new people that show up because we seem to have a few new people that are showing up in the aftermarket. So
Good.
do some VWAP training tonight, and that's what we do. We go over there, we talk about different things. Yesterday we were talking about the EMAs and how they work in trading, and we'll look at some live examples. I'll pull up the aftermarket and see if we can use that. Sometimes we'll do replays like we used to do when Mark was over there. But yeah, it's just a place where we can let our hair down and relax as traders and decompress after the market and talk about our trades and help each other focus on the strategies.
See,
Okay.
we send a whole lot of new people, but we got a feedback from them that all you do is eat, talking about somebody that's your window or eating or something like that, and you just have grapes everywhere, and you just be all hyped up, chewing. I don't know what's going on. They were like, yeah, that aftermarket, I kind of like the vibe over there, but the host, man, she just be eating like she ain't ate in 20 hours.
Wow. Ralph, I ain't pulling her off you.
I don't know who would be saying that but Ralph, Mark.
I know.
But yeah. Look, I'm so zenned out. I worked out. I did yoga. You can't even upset me, Ralph. Not even you.
Ralph likes to pull Don's chain if you haven't figured that out in the first 20 seconds here.
Yeah, he likes pushing my buttons.
And Don and I and Ralph, we've been around for 2 years all together. We kind of sort of started the same time period. So we've known each other for a couple of years now. So we know how to jerk each other's chains and get them fired up and stuff. So, and we're not afraid to do it from time to time. We are afraid of Dawn though, so we, when she gets,
Yeah.
puts us in our
Mark,
place.
I might have a couple sound effects for you tomorrow. Keep it up.
Here's speaking of our YouTube channel, here's a lot of the things that's on our YouTube channel, right? And here's Don's. Oh, right here's Don's got a thing already. Let's talk about EMAs. That was yesterday. That'd be like the 921. There's a lot of coaches' videos. See how they're grouped? They're grouped together. There's a section on the lives, which, by the way, all of our lives are all of our lives are immediately available upon completion of the broadcast on our YouTube channel and the other social medias. It's a lot easier to find them. So here's all the lives here, right? They show up and you can go through. There's Dawn's show there, here, down here. So you can go and watch any of these over again, just the lives themselves. So anyway,
I
what
really
else?
like that intro you made, Don, for Mark. The intro coming on to the show. I like that. Yeah,
Okay, cool. I'm glad you like it.
Don does a lot of our video creations along with a bunch of other people. We have a whole team that create videos, and Don's a master at doing that.
Aw, man, I like coming over here. Wait a minute, hold up.
We treat
What's with the butter?
I don't know.
What's with the butter? They trying to suck me in?
No, we're always nice in the futures market.
Come on, Don, you can do it.
I heard you got your account together, Don. You been trading futures?
No, I'm trying to paper trade it right now. So
you got you're in the holding process.
I am in the holding process. I haven't even begun paper trading yet, but I talked to Mark about it a couple days ago, and I looked up the ticker and just I have no idea how to paper trade it on Webull on my phone.
Paper trade as long as you need to.
You got to go in your phone on Webull, on your phone app. You go down to, let me tell you, there's a menu button at the bottom right hand corner. You click that,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
under shortcuts, you click more.
Yep.
Then you scroll down under trading, and there it says paper trade. And you could paper trade stocks and options, or if you click the futures button, then you can click the futures button up to the top.
Okay.
And then you know how to.
From all that, you know what you're doing. So
it gives you 500. Can you get more?
oh yeah, you could trade $1 million on paper trading if you want to. You can set that to whatever you want.
So
I
it
think,
should give you
yeah, I'll
more than
probably
that
leave it
because
at
you can't.
5.
Well, no, you're gonna have to put more than that, Don, because you
Yeah.
can't paper trade micros. You can
Yeah.
only paper trade mini contracts.
It charges you the after hours
Well, not.
margin on paper
Yeah, it
trading, which
charges
is kind
you.
of
You could trade micros. You just can't
you need
trade
just
with intraday margin.
if you put like 5,000 into your fake account, you'll be able to trade. You know, all you want to do is trade one contract at a time, right? Because you're learning the
Yeah.
mechanics of it. So just put 5,000 there, and you'll never have to worry about it. You'll be able to trade any future that they offer to trade, right? Paper trade.
So, Mark,
So how do I
before
do that?
Dawn go,
So
or after y'all get done with that.
at that window there where it says at the top says stocks and options and then futures, there's a little. It might be hard for you to see with your vision, but there's a little reset count thing there, and you tap that and it'll pop it up.
I don't see that.
Yeah, I'll try to take some screenshots for you later, maybe. I get a chance. And
So right quick, this gonna be real quick. So show Dawn how to open up her paper trading on YouTube on Trading View, so that way she could take paper trades when she's doing her show. Because I know they be doing like aftermarket trades sometimes. And if you had your paper trading on Trading View, Dawn, you could just get in the trade just like how Mark be doing.
yeah, what you do is you come down to the bottom. Of course, again, revision. Uh, Down here at the bottom right hand corner. Let me log out of this. So whenever
Yeah, it's
you
real
pop that
small.
trading pan, it's real small down here at the bottom right hand corner. It'll pop up this trading and shows all the different brokers. It doesn't show them all. You have to click this button, open them all. But so you would click over here on it's the very first one. Click paper trading, and if you have live data, you can connect it, and then just go back up here and minimize that again, and then now I'm in. It tells me here at the bottom I'm in paper trading. So
And that way, whenever you
I can
see
use my
a
paper
runner in the
trade as widget.
aftermarket,
Mhm.
boom.
Well, again, that's its own little skill you got to learn how to do. So that's good. And
Thanks, Mark.
what happened?
Because I'll be watching the aftermarket, Don. I'll be seeing y'all in there catching them runners now. Y'all trading live. Y'all was just doing replay mode. Now y'all getting into actual trade. I'll be seeing it.
It's called the aftermarket, right?
Oh, you're doing actual live trades on there too?
If
I
I
know they
have the
be
buying
tracking.
power.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so that way, if it's a trade that you don't want to trade with your own buying power, you could take the trade and paper trading, and y'all just watch how it plays out,
Mm-hmm.
and go with the L2 and everything.
Oh, I found it, Mark.
What's that? You found it?
On the reset, I found it.
Okay, good. Rookie Rodriguez over at TikTok Live asks, "What's the L2 about?" Well, the L2 is a live data package, which is this. Let me switch screen. I'm on the wrong. Am I on here? Yeah, right here. This is an L2 widget from Webull. Here, TradingView doesn't have its own L2 per se. It does have a ladder. If you like the ladder thing, I've never used the ladder. I don't really. People that use the ladder system of purchasing love it. I just never have taken the time to learn it, I guess. But the L2 is a order book. It's showing you what this is. See how these numbers are moving around. Let me pull up one that's less. Let me do oil. Won't have as much going on. So display mode. Well, oh, I know. I can't type very well apparently. Let's see, main. Oh, there we go. So what this is showing, this is oil here, this widget here on the left part of my screen. What this shows you is how many contracts are being bought or want to be bought, how many contracts want to be sold. What this is showing you is orders that have been placed but not executed for buy orders. In other words, these people do not own these yet, so they can cancel these orders. They can increase their price they're willing to pay. They can decrease the price they're willing to pay. It's a very fluid thing. It changes every second. So this is kind of showing you where all the orders are laying at. It's essentially what it's doing. Over here on this side, the oversimplified version is these are people that own it and want to sell it. Now, not to confuse you, but you can actually buy on the ask. But as a oversimplified explanation, the green is people wanting to buy, the red is people wanting to sell. Okay, that's not an entirely true statement, but I'm oversimplifying it because you can sell on the bid, you can buy on the ask. So
Yeah, that's
what we do is we look at
unorthodox.
this and we look at and see where people are holding their orders at. Like here, 77.83 on oil. That shows me that there's a lot of sellers want to sell off at that. So if I was actually looking at oil, I can apply that and look at it, combine that with all my other knowledge once I learn what all this means, and use that to trade with, make creating decisions. I do this all day long. I use it with oil, gold, silver, you name it. I don't use it so much for the indices because it moves so fast. It's not that I don't. When I like it when things are moving a little slower. So that's what the L2 is essentially. It's showing you orders that are out there or haven't been filled yet. Again, any one of these can change at any time. Just because this person put, let's say there's a total of 12 contracts in there at 77.71. There's nothing because this order hasn't been executed. I could cancel this order. I could change how much I'm willing to pay. I can increase that number. That's why you see all this jumping around. Plus, orders are getting filled. It shows you the spread between the buyers and the sellers, 77.81 versus 7. So there's a penny spread right now, right? And that'll change over time. It shows you here the current price is 77.81. So this is just another tool in your toolbox to help make buying and selling decisions. Do you have to have that? No. I traded for a whole year before I had an L2, even knew what it was, and I did very well without it. Do I love it? Yes. I don't. I don't like trading without it if I can. It does help me watch. It just adds to my indicators that I already have, and the lines that I've drawn on the chart. Kind of gives me a reaffirmation of what I'm seeing here. So yeah,
I have
those
a
are kind of the
question.
things. Go ahead, Don, from the aftermarket show at
Okay.
5 p.m. Eastern time.
Are you eating grapes? Okay, so I've got MCL and it pulls up MCL Q5, 9X, MCL U5. What am I looking for?
Main,
Look for the
basically.
main.
Yeah, MCL main. You can type that in there. You want the most current one, would probably say February on it, that type of thing.
But as long
Yeah,
as you stay on the main, Don, because like
you'll
if
be
you was
good.
to chart some lines, they'll disappear if you was because those contracts expire, right? I think oil might expire like once a month. So if you charting on one of those ones that got like the letters and the date and the numbers in it, and once that
Uh-huh.
contract expires, your lines expire along with it. So if you stay on the main chart, MCL main, whenever you
How do
chart
I get to that? Because I just
it
typed in
should
MCL, and as soon as I typed another M for Maine, it just nothing exists, it said.
You
it
could
should
type in
pull
oil. You
up
can just
main, huh?
type in the word oil also. It'll pop up all the different
Yeah.
oils. You could,
Okay.
Are you
or
on Trading View or Weeble?
I'm
Weeble,
on Weeble on my phone.
the
Okay,
phone app.
so yeah, with Weeble, yeah, you should be able to just put oil in there, huh?
Yeah, it'll pop up the different oils. You
So it's got all these ZLK5,
Is
ZLNF.
MCL main at the top?
yeah,
Uh-uh.
just type in MCL. That's your micro crude oil, WTI. If you see one that says WTI, that would be it. Micro crude.
Okay, let me show you how I get that done. You know how you click on markets in the morning
Uh-huh.
to go to the top gainers?
Uh-huh.
If you click on markets, you should see one that say futures, and if you click on that one, they give you all the most traded ones, like
Yeah. See, that's
all the
what's
most
nice
traded
about the
tickers.
desktop app is that they have a widget that has all the futures that's available, and you just click on the name and it pops it right in there for you.
Hold on, let me get my. Oh, we got
So,
Eric. Oh, we got a superstar in the building. We got Eric Smoto. Shout out.
where's Eric at?
He over on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Oh, hi, Eric. Another moderator with American Dream Trading. another highly successful, retired full
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and he's only in his early 30s, and he retired from his full time job
Okay.
because of American
So
Dream
this
Trading.
is how I get to tickers on Webull phone app.
Well, they can't
I
see
go
any of
down
this
there to the
live right
markets.
now, Ralph. So what
Well,
you're
I
talking
was just
about?
explaining it to Dawn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I can
okay.
talk to her later about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up the day here. We got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
So after this broadcast is over, you can watch it, review it all you like afterwards, like any of our other broadcasts. Remember, Coach is live from 9 to 11. I am live from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. And Dawn and our aftermarket show starts at 5 p.m. Head over on youtube.com and click in there. You can actually even join the panel and talk on camera with her if you'd like to. Or you can just type in the live chat like you do here on TikTok and YouTube and all that. So that starts at 5 p.m. Make sure you head over there. Tell her, hey, Mark sent you. Now, whether they know where you came from. Not that saying Mark sent you's going to get you anything with her. Might be a bad thing if you said that. I don't know. But tell her Mark sent you. You heard about her on the futures market today. Let her know. Lets her know where her audience is coming from. Right. Appreciate you doing it. Give her a little shout. Say, hey, Mark sent me. Right. Check you out. Stop. Say hi. See what it's all
Sweet.
about. You'll learn a lot of stuff. You'll probably laugh a lot. Matter of fact, you may end up laughing so much you pee your pants. It gets kind of crazy there sometimes. Or you can talk about your trades. You can ask a question why you think your trade went bad, or what did you do? It went good, and they're going to be talking tonight about VWAP. What's VWAP? I know we talked about it earlier today, so you'll get to hear some more about VWAP specifically. That would be to your benefit. Again, my name is Mark McSee. I am a moderator here with American Dream Trading. I am so glad that you were here today. We will be here every day, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Make sure you stop by. Make sure you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, pick up that free Discord. Go over to YouTube.com, get our American Dream Trading channel. Subscribe so that if TikTok gets shut down, you have a backup source to get on here and say hi. So I thank you all for being here. Make sure anybody you come in contact with today that you leave a lasting positive impression upon them. And I will see you tomorrow. See ya.